right. Can you hear me? See what the delay might be on the actual stream here. Nope, I am live. All right. All right, hello everyone. Cameron, Master Hand. Gosh, you guys are just hopping at the beginning of the stream every time. Master Hand, you liked that my first attempt at like a video podcast, huh? Did you learn some good stuff there? From Dave and Kay, DKTCG Cave. And Cameron, I know why you're here. We're opening this guy up from you. Gonna open that up here in a little bit. Yeah, thank you guys for being here. It's man, I'm tired. I've been doing yard work and got leaves falling in the trees. They're supposed to potentially get some snow over the next couple days, and yeah, not looking forward to that. Yeah, what stood out to you, Master? What were the things that I don't know, what was a nugget or two you walked away with? I also want to open this tonight. I don't know if you remember a couple streams ago, I opened up my first pack of Star Wars Unlimited and got a few hits with these guys here. Kanan Jarrus, Maz Kanata, and Paz Vizsla. So actually I think I'm going to list those on TCG Player. Hey, what's up, Jack? Got the trifecta here. Cameron, Master Hand, and Jack are all here. The last time I bought cards from one of my sellers, he gave it to me in this Lorcana deck box. So I still have a few English cards in here. I need to list. I'm going to hopefully get those graded tonight. And it's actually a nice deck box. It's a very rigid plastic, but I don't know. I'm just going to take it to orders and stuff like that. Let's see. Master Hand says, I just learned more about Whatnot in general and catering to a specific audience. Yeah, me too. Actually, it was ironic. I got reached out to this week by a representative at Whatnot, and at first I was kind of skeptical. I was thinking, hey, I think this person may be trying to scam me, but it was like the legit account, and they sent me their contact information, and it was all at whatnot.com. But yeah, trying to see if I'd be willing to start selling over there. Maybe at some point, but you know, one of the things I really want to do is really get good at TCG Player, continue to kind of go there, eBay a little bit more here in the coming weeks, I think, and then YouTube content creation. Those are taking up pretty much all of my free time. That and playing Ark Raiders. I don't know if you guys are PC gamers at all, but man, the game Ark Raiders is just fantastic. So much fun. And guys, I had a friend of mine at church. He drives a Tesla Cybertruck, if that tells you anything. His name's Brent. And he overheard me talking about trading cards the other day, and he brought me all of his like childhood sports football cards. There's not a lot here. Terry Bradshaw, you may know who that is. Roger Staubach, I don't know if you know who that is, the Dallas Cowboys from back in the 70s. Yeah, Cameron, Ark Raiders is so much fun. Fran Tarkington, he's huge up here in Minnesota Vikings world. Drew Pearson used to play on the Cowboys. Of course, I'm from Texas, so I know a little bit about that. But the one card that he had kind of hiding in the set here was, and I've already got it in the top loader, and I have a note here on it, a Walter Payton rookie card. This is a 1976 rookie card for Chicago Bears Walter Payton, and they won a Super Bowl when he was their running back. And a PSA 1, it's worth $125. And I've seen some PSA 1s on eBay that have creases right down the middle and stuff like that, and this is in a little bit better shape. I mean, you can tell around the edges it's dinged up and stuff, but it's certainly not creased. And so I'm thinking about sending it into PSA, and if it comes in at a PSA 2, it'd be worth around $179, $180, $200. PSA 3, it comes in around $250, $300. So I've got $0 invested in it, so maybe I can send it in and kind of get the value locked in. So this is where I'm going to be listing some things on eBay before too long, just to get some of these sports cards up there. But the Star Wars Unlimited cards here, yeah, TCG Player supports those. And the video that I have coming out that I recorded this morning on Saturday at 7 o'clock Central PM, I'm talking about holiday sales, because the holidays are coming and TCG Player is about to have their big annual Cyber Weekend. And I talk about my participation in Mayhem, which is just like Cyber Weekend back in May, and things I learned from it, the things I'm looking forward to with the holidays coming up. And so excited for that as well. If you missed it on Instagram last week, I pulled this one out of my last Journey Together pack from the ETB. Pulled that myself. It's not very well, maybe it is well centered. I don't know. Maybe it's a little top heavy on the border. So, but I just have it in a one-touch case, a perfect fit sleeve in a one-touch case. So it's a beauty. Just have it sitting here looking at me. But yeah, my goal tonight is to get some cards listed, because I had someone come through and buy lots of cards this week. And so got to get those out in the mail. And I think I have like 30, 35 cards listed right now in my shop. So I need to get some more cards listed. So I've got some I've already got graded here in my box, and then some that I need to make sure the condition is in good shape. I say graded, conditioned, I would say. And then, yeah, I'm going to open up some stuff along the way. Cameron hit level 2 this week. That's our first chance. Let's use the level up icon, Cameron. Cameron hit level 2 this week on TCG Player. Way to go, Cameron. Thanks for sharing that with me. Maybe you hit level 3 by now, but yeah, I ordered a card live 2 weeks ago when we went on stream, got it, and I've been sitting here on my desk taunting me for days. We're going to open it live here on the stream. Cameron, is there anything on the inside here I should be aware of that might dox us or anything? I don't think so. Let's see here. Cameron says, I opened one of each type of Star Wars pack, blue, red, and yellow, and listed them on TCG Player. Oh, nice. Did you get any good hits in there? What was the most valuable card you had that popped in there? Oh, you already answered that question that I just asked you. No crazy hits, but $1 and $2 cards. Yeah, that's kind of what I got too. Yeah, what's up, GR Gaming? Thanks for coming in tonight. Yeah, so still sitting at level 2, Cam? Cameron. But man, congratulations on that. I need to come up with some kind of audio cue that comes up when I do that too, instead of just a lo-fi music. It's just me celebrating when that happens. So, oh, you're talking about the doxing thing. Yeah, the packing slip might. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and open it right now. Let's do it. Let me get my sharpest knife out of the drawer here, and let's open up. Well done. This looks like, Cameron, correct me if I'm wrong, but this looks like the envelope I suggested from my eBay packing order. Certainly a thermal label here. I noticed you got your postage at 74 cents, and it has the USPS logo up here. So are you subscribing to the USPS, like their website, their service, or yeah, how are you doing the packing labels like this for TCG Player? Teach me, man, teach me. We're leveling up together. Yeah, 74 cents, that's saving 4 cents off the normal stamp, and I'm still paying for the full 78 cents, so, all right. Oh, goodness, dropped it right on top of my keyboard. Oh, nice, you got like a little, oh, you're using the thermal labels for your inventory here as well. All right, I'm going to, here, let me black out a few things here. Super quick. All right, I think that's everything. Yep, it is. I printed with USPS click and ship, no special subscription or anything. I only have a thermal printer, so I like to use that for everything. Yeah, so this is really nice, Cameron. I love the stamp on there with Saturn. That's a nice little added touch there. Super dig that. It's got the order number. It's got what I ordered, and I don't know if you remember from 2 weeks ago, I ordered that live on stream. The card was $1.82. I paid $1.31 in shipping that Cam got to keep a portion of. Alan, thanks for your order. Cameron, well done. I love the stamp. And then, oh yeah, you marked through the quantities on there. Well done. Highlighted that it was a hollow foil to make it unique. I love that. I mean, that's a lot. That's how I do it. I mean, and maybe takes a little bit of extra time, but for my own sanity with my ADHD at almost 50 years old, I've got to make sure I get the right cards, especially when you start getting cards in larger quantities and stuff like that. Cam says here, I only have a thermal printer, so I use that for everything. Envelope is an A6 type that I found on Amazon. Okay, so this is the A6 envelope. Let me see how it compares to my eBay envelopes here. Yeah, it's exactly the same as the ones I use for eBay. That kind of almost cards, almost like a craft paper / almost like grocery bag kind of paper. I like that. It's just sturdier than just, you know, plain white paper. I like that. Makes me feel like it's safer. Great quality on that. So let's see how you did. Okay, so we got you're using a card saver, which I like, inside of a team bag. And looks like he may have sent me an extra, so I did that early on as well. Nice. Oh, you got a note on an energy. Oh, this is for my binder, my very first one of these. So on the stream, just randomly brainstorm the idea. All right, so I'm pulling it out of the top loader here. Brainstorm the idea of everybody that is part of the community here when you level up or you start a shop, or maybe you take a next step in your reselling journey, and I played any part in that, or the community here played any part in that, to send over. Nice, you got the tabs on there, pulling it just right out. Look at that, love it, love it. There's the card that I ordered, Tesserina EX. It said it was a near mint. Let's check it out, Cam, let's check it out. Beauty. No whitening, certainly near mint. It's in great shape. No scratches or dings on the front. No whitening or anything on the back. Looks really good. Thank you, sir. It is a beauty. And then, yeah, so Cameron Kirby, Curbside TCG is his TCG Player shop name, and he put the date that he started selling cards on TCG Player. Cameron, congratulations, man. Oh, is that a hollow foil you gave me too? Or is it just oh, it is. Kind of got the hollow foil pattern on there. Yeah, Curbside. I love that. Play on your last name. Super cool. I love those Pokeball patterns. Yeah, what set is this from? 2023. Scarlet and Violet. I dig that. I don't know that I've had any of these come through my inventory with the Pokeballs on it like that. Oh, and look at that. You got a sticker on the back of that too. Look at you, man. Just exceeding expectations all over the place. Well done, Cameron. Well done, man. Thank you so much. Excited to, I got to get a binder to put all these in. But yeah, man, excited. I may even send that Walter Payton in the card saver you sent me. That Walter Payton card into PSA. Well done, sir. Keep it up. As a customer, yeah, this exceeded my expectations. This is exactly what I would expect from a seller that's sending quality cards. Yeah, I received too many cards that are just not the care that's taken, and part of some different Reddit threads of people that they get cards and they're like, I'm never going to order from TCG Player again because of their experience with someone that says it's a near mint card and it's whitened all the way around the edges. We ought to go dig around on Reddit sometime when I stream. That'd be kind of fun. But yeah, so what's everybody been up to this week? I don't know if this picture is going to come through well or not. Last night, the northern lights here in Minnesota were absolutely beautiful. I don't know if this is going to come through on the stream well or not. Yeah, it really doesn't even do it justice. You can't see the the purples and the greens and the blues in there as well. But that was just about half a mile from my house here in Minnesota. Just absolutely beautiful. Yeah, it doesn't even do it justice. I wish I could pull it up. What's up, Blazin'? Welcome to the live stream tonight, sir. We just opened up Cameron here. He started selling on TCG Player, and we just opened up his order. He did a really good job with that. So yeah, thanks for that, Cameron. Yeah, the Northern Lights, like, you know, growing up in Texas, it's not something I ever even had a chance to see down there. And they've been up here a few times, but there's been so much light pollution. And I happened to be driving home Wednesday night late, and I looked off to the north as I was passing the lake there, and I was like, oh my goodness, that's the Northern Lights. There's actually a casino not too far from us that sometimes they'll get those giant like lights that like do this thing and they shine up at the sky to get people's attention, so they'll come to the casino. So at first when I saw what I saw, that's what I thought it was. I thought it was the casino doing some kind of advertisement or promotion or something like that. It's a horse track and casino. And then I stopped and realized what it was, and so I came home and got my wife, and we went back out to the lake there, just half a mile away, and there's this pier that goes out over the water, and there's probably a dozen other people that were out there. Sorry, I'm looking down. I'm actually pulling cards out of sleeves here so I can condition these cards and make sure they're all near mint or better. Yeah, Master, what I'd really like to do is go up to, I don't remember which one it is. Is it Greenland or Iceland? Whichever one that they see them the most often. And go up there, and my dream would be to lay like on my back and see like full spectrum Northern Lights, like covering, you know, laying on my back, looking up at the sky and seeing it completely across the sky. And these two top loaders are like stuck together here, giving me grief. Atticus. Got a lot of these that I'm pulling out right now are the Pokeball patterns. I've still got a bunch of Japanese cards I've got to list. There's probably 75 of them up there that I need to list. It's just driving me crazy. I just don't enjoy listing Japanese cards. And guys, my video that's coming out on Saturday, I talk about holidays. You got to be thinking about if you're selling cards, and if you sell on TCG Player, they have their big Cyber Weekend coming up, November, is it 27th through the 1st, 28th through the 1st, something like that, the day after Thanksgiving, where every order purchased, the customer gets an additional 10% in their account as credit. And so that's a great time that people want to buy cards, and it drives up the price, and I kind of unpack that in the video Saturday. So Saturday night at 7 o'clock, go check that out. And yeah, let me know what you think, what I missed. Let's see here. I'm going to catch up on thoughts. Thank you for mentioning me in one of your videos. Yeah, for sure, man. Absolutely. What part of Texas am I from? Oh, what's up, Grinder Gamer? So I grew up on the Gulf Coast of Texas, about an hour southwest of Houston, about 10 miles from the Gulf of Mexico, in a little town called Bay City, Texas. And then, actually I can go back to full screen here. Yeah, but I live in Minnesota now. I live up in the Twin Cities. But yeah, I lived there just like the first 18 years of my life, graduated high school, then went off to college. And so I lived up in East Texas, between Dallas, Texas, and Shreveport, Louisiana. They're on I-20, the I-20 corridor, for a little over 20 years, and then moved up here to Minnesota almost 10 years ago. March will be 10 years now, so I absolutely love it up here. Yeah, let's see. Do I have a lot of trainer cards? Let's see what I got here. So what's the best way to do this? Sea King, Slow King. These are all the Pokeball patterns. Furfrou, Eevee, Noctowl, Screamtail, Regigigas, how do you say that? Regigigas? Whimsicott, Bronzong, Pinsir, these are all Pokeball, Dunsclops, Dusclops, Slowpoke, Blood Moon, Ursaluna, Houndoom, Aromatisse, Noibat. Okay, there's Atticus. Oh yeah, Professor's Research, that's just a Pokeball. Professor's Research Pokeball, Professor Sata's Vitality. Oh yeah, I do have several trainers there. I was thinking full art trainers for some reason. Ogre's Mask, Binding Mochi, Explorer's Guidance, Rescue Board, Area 0, Under Depths, Black Belts Training, Pansage, Team Rocket's Persian. This is just a EX, Sandy Shock EX, Lucario EX, Titan EX, Kalawatrel EX, Superior EX, and then two A specs, Treasure Trainer, Mega Blower there. Yeah, GR Gaming, GR saying that I feel like the Japanese cards get the least love, always last to be listed, but there's definitely a market for them. They sell well if priced within the top 5. Yeah, for sure. Like, I mean, the quality on the Japanese cards, you can't deny. I mean, this is one of my favorite cards here. This is just the whimsy and the delight of this card. And it's Japanese, and I absolutely love it. Love this card so much. Got your Dredagon just sitting there taking a nap, not a care in the world, and she's just sitting there reading a document of some kind, just chilling out. So cool. Love that card so much. No, I agree. I think that the only reason I like the fact that TCG Player supports them, but listing them, it's just sometimes hard, especially, I'll show you here in a minute. In fact, because you're all watching, I will grind through some Japanese cards here as I list. But what I'm going to do now, just quickly, is pull out my big giant light that I got from the local hardware store. It's got giant magnets on the back, but it's super bright. And I can get a really quick, nice look at the surface of the card. See if there's any dings or scratches. No, that's definitely... Sometimes I kind of lick my finger, and because there's sometimes just a little bit of gunk there. Got it. I didn't know if it was a scratch, so that's definitely a near mint. But I've been able to do this so quickly. I've sold almost 2,000 cards, not 2,000 orders, but 2,000 cards on TCG Player. So I've done this a lot. Let's see here. Cameron says, I just picked up a Sudowoodo. Oh, illustration rare yesterday. He's kind of hiding. It's a great card. Oh yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah, Master says, I know that card. Security metal detector and light combo. Yes, that is kind of what that looks like. Like if you're going through TSA, please be still. It's like, no, please be still, sir. Let me write. But yeah, it's got a light on the end first, which is kind of cool. And then this light here. It's great for looking at the surface of the card. And then it's got this little hook thing on the back, so you can hang it on something if you want to. Or it's got these strong magnets, so you can just like slap it on the hood of your car or something. Oh, actually three magnets there. Yeah, and I got this for like in the bargain bin at the local hardware store for like $4 or something. And it's fantastic. I use it for everything. Furfrau. Furfro? I say Furfrau. That sounds fancier to me. Ah! Eevee jumped out of my hands here. Yeah, so last May, my friend TJ, Pokepaster TCG, he convinced me to really lean into the Mayhem event, not knowing what I was getting into. And I talk about this a little bit in the video that's going to come out Saturday. It was pretty overwhelming. I mean, I sold several $100s in cards in like 48 hours, and the number of orders I had, I didn't have my packing down to the consistent way that I do it now. I didn't kind of have, I mean, it was still good quality, but it's just like I've refined it even more since May, obviously, and how quickly I can get cards out the door. And it was a little overwhelming, but like it's a quick way to get cards and list them. And the thing is that it's going to drive up the price of all the cards because everybody's trying to get that extra 10% store credit in their account. And so where a card that may be worth $10, you can list it for $12, $13, $14. And in a normal selling pattern, you know, without an event like that, it may take, you know, take several days or a week or two to sell. With that event, someone's likely going to pick it up at that price, and so certainly something to consider. Grinder Gamer says, "Are y'all getting ready for the Cyber Weekend? I've started to gather my materials for that weekend." Yeah, that's what I was just talking about. Yes, read my mind. Yeah, so yeah, my video that's coming out on Saturday night at 7. I talk about holiday sales are coming. I had fun creating that thumbnail. Can't wait for you guys to see it. I think I've also settled into a content creation pattern on YouTube. I kind of got overwhelmed. I was releasing a video every other day for like 6-7 weeks, and that's just not sustainable. And so I think what I'm going to do is a video every Tuesday and Saturday, and a live stream like this every Thursday. So that'll be three pieces of content every week, and I think that is sustainable and will be a good rhythm for me. I work from home on Mondays, and so I can record it on Sunday afternoons, or Monday take a break from work and record a quick video, post that on Tuesdays at 7. And then Thursdays, just hanging out with you guys. This content here is fun and relatively easy to create, and creates an hour or hour and a half, 2 hour long video that people can watch on demand later in the week. And then Saturday at 7 o'clock in the evening to have another piece of content coming out. All right, this card, I need to figure out what's going on that Superior EX right there. It's kind of dirty on the back, so I need to figure out if I can clean that or not. All right, let's give this one a look here. I don't know if you guys can see this, but like it's got some, yeah, see it's kind of dirty on the back there. Kind of see over here on this edge, the almost kind of has some watermarks and stuff on it. I don't know if I got wet at some point or what. So I've got a little microfiber cloth in here. Let's see if we can't, oops, wrong button. See if we can't get some of that off. Sorry, getting some behind the scenes looks here. I don't often lick cards or anything, but I think I'm just gonna have to list this one as lightly played. It's not coming off. Yeah, and it looks like, let me see if you guys can see that. It's almost got, like it's got a little, yeah, you can kind of see it there, kind of a little bend right there. Do you see that? Right there. Just a little bit of a, not necessarily a crease or anything, but it's definitely not straight. So yeah, I'll list that one. Other than that, I mean, the surface, the front surface is in great shape. The back is just a little dingy, and it's got a little warped section right there. So we'll list that guy lightly played, but everything else was certainly near mint or better. Yeah, GR Gaming said, how was your experience with the last sales promotion as far as pricing, how quickly the card sold? Do you think being the top 5 is too low? Maybe top 10 is around 15 to 20, price too far over? Yeah, you saw the dent. Okay, good. It just wasn't me. So I'm gonna get one of my little labels here. I bought these at Walmart. All these little multi-use, small, 525 of them in here, labels. And typically what I do is, GR, give me just a second, I'll answer your question there. I even get extra use out of them. I kind of cut them in half and then pull one of the little half sides off. And let me get one of my pre-prepared penny sleeves with the tabs on it. And then I'll stick this right here on the surface like that. And then I'll just put LP on the front of it so that when I list it, I remember that it's lightly played. And put that in a top loader, like such. And then there you go, lightly played. And all the rest will just go in a top loader with the tab on top without having to be the lightly played sticker on it. Yeah, so Cameron says, I just got my Vault X binder today, putting together what I have so far in my Mega Evolution Master set. Very nice. You have the majority of the cards. Well done. Oh, yeah, Master's asking, did you get the Lucario binder? Good question. Yeah, let me show you, GR Gaming. It's not necessarily, in my opinion, it's not necessarily about precise positioning of saying like I always want to be in the top 5. It's honestly a card by card decision for me. So for example, let's say, so let's look at this Superior EX lightly played that I just had here, right? So let me go into my, here, let me not let you see my username or anything here real quick. Yeah, I only have 35 cards listed right now. It's crazy. I just been selling cards like crazy. It says MEO1. Gotcha. Mega Evolution 01, huh? Okay, so if I go to inventory and I type in, we want your feedback. Normally I always take the survey, but to save you all time, we could like crowdsource the survey. You guys could tell me what you think and I could fill it out. All right, so Superior EX. All right, and this is the 003086. That's this guy right here. Certainly not an expensive card. The last time I sold it for 39 cents. Lightly played is 52. That's still silly to me. Oh, hey, yeah, Jack, I'm still working on it. Still working on it. Yeah, it's coming along. I just need to spend a little bit more time doing that. I've had some other stuff come up. Okay, so who was asking me about this? Was it GR? Yeah, GR. Okay, so what I always like to do is, and I have a video about this, about listing cards the right way. So when I click in on it, because this is lightly played, I'm going to select lightly played. And so that makes this graph specific to just lightly played. And 16 of them have sold over the last 3 days. So the 4th, 5th, and 6th, that includes today, 16 copies. So because that's 3 days, you could divide by 3. Sometimes I just quickly divide by 2. So coming down to, let's say 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now so in this situation, the 8th position would put me here between 80 and 90 cents. And maybe that's where you want to be. Honestly, that jump there is a pretty significant jump from 56 cents to 80. But if you put yourself at 79 cents, you'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'll be in the, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'll be in the 6th position because this guy's got 2 copies of the card right here. So I'm going to list this as lightly played for 79 cents. And so if another card comes in here and, let me go ahead and list it before I forget what I'm going to do here. Save. My inventory is so silly low, it's crazy. All right, that one's listed. Well, let's see, what's a card that's super hot right now? Well, let's do this Iona's Belly Bolt that I pulled. I'm not going to list this card, but just using it as an example. This card that I pulled out of my last Journey Together pack out of my ETB, Iona's Belly Bolt EX. Well, buy it, Jack. It's there for you. Snag it. Give me another sale in the store. It'd be fantastic. The one where he's like grinning and he's like big in the face. You could do it, Master. I believe in you. All right, EX. What number is this card? 188 of 159. Right here. Yeah, the card's $15, so I'm going to click into it. This card has sold... Oh, not as many as I thought over the last... Oh, gosh, wow, this card hasn't sold at all? Since October 26th, it hasn't sold a copy? That's hard to believe. I wonder if people are holding cards for Cyber Weekend. Huh. Yeah, and this one, because it hasn't sold, it may be that you want to be #1 on the list. $14.98 near mint, but maybe if that's too low. This one's $15.27 because the shipping's not optional. So if you came in at like, and this one's going to be $14.23, no, $15.23. So you could come in at $15.23, $15.19, something like that. So yeah, it goes by card basis. So yeah, I would take a look at it and see per card. But then when you're talking about the Cyber Weekend in particular, I would certainly at least price it 5% over market, if not 10 to 15%, and just see how the weekend goes. Because as cards get blown through and sold through really, really quickly, it's going to drive the price up, and then people are going to get farther down the auction list for sure. Grinder Gamer says, I liked how you listed your stuff. You gave a better idea how to post some of the higher end stuff, and also pricing in bulk as well. Yeah, I'm trying, man. I'm still learning. Yeah, I do think people are holding some of their stuff for sure. Well, let's do something that I've never done. Let's list these. I mean, I like Kanan and Jarrus. The Star Wars Rebels series is fantastic. I don't know anything about the Star Wars game that's out, but this is a unique... Oh, you know what? I didn't write it down on here. There's different variants of each card. So let's learn together about what variant is what real quick. So Kanan and Jarrus, help us survive. Kanan and Jarrus, help us survive. Okay, help us survive. Showcase hyperspace. If I remember correctly, this is the hyperspace variant. Let's see. Oh, it does show both sides of the card. That's nice. Yeah, that looks the same, right? As far as the border. And then the back side. That's that card, right? Let's go back and... Oh, it just all disappeared on me. Fantastic. Did I misspell that? I did. That's why it's not popping up. I got fat fingered there. Okay, so this is the Help Us Survive. That's got a black border around it. That's not what this is for sure. And it's not the Showcase, because this is like, this one here is like a more animated. Definitely not that, but I dig that one a lot. But there it is there. Yeah, Hyperspace. Help Us Survive. Market price 28 cents. Oh man, that's dropped a little bit since when I looked at it last. Oh man, maybe I mispriced this altogether. Well, let me see what these other ones are worth, because if they're not worth much more than that, I'm probably not going to list them. Maybe I can open one of the packs. All right, Cameron says he thinks every card can be a holo, a hyperspace, borderless, or both. Oh. Well, let's take a... Well, this one's definitely not a holo. It's a beautiful card. It's not a holo. All right, let's take a look at these other 2 cards I have to even see if someone would come into my store and potentially buy me out. Unyielding Warrior. This one definitely has a black border on it, so I would say this is the... It's not foil. Definitely not foil. And not hyperspace and not hyperspace foil. So I'm going to say it's just this guy. Yep, that's the one. That's the card. 30-cent mark, or no, that's their price. 32-cent market. Okay, so that's like 60 cents between those two. I thought I had better hits than that. I think they may have been worth a little bit more when I... Maz Kanata. The Light Guides. And this one doesn't have a border around it, so I think this is the hyperspace. It's definitely not a foil, but it doesn't have the dark border, so I think it would be considered hyperspace. Oh yeah, there's the hyperspace foil. This is definitely not hyperspace foil. Yeah, that's the card. Same card. And it's worth 30 cents too. So this is $1 worth of cards right now. So, okay, I'll hold off. I'll hold off. But you know what? Let's go ahead and open this pack. Let's go ahead and open this guy and see what's in it. Got to be careful listing the double-sided cards, Cameron says, because there's lots of combinations. Okay. Is that... Are you? Do you have some of this? I mean, you said you opened some of the Star Wars Unlimited packs. Are you saying double-sided cards generally, as a rule, have different combinations, or in particular Star Wars Unlimited? Just curious. All right, let's open up this this one here. It's the same pack as the other one that I got here. What are you drinking? What's your drink of choice? Well, about a year ago, I got diagnosed pre-diabetic, and so, ooh, Night Sister on the front. I think is that Mother Talzin? Isn't that right? I know more about Star Wars than Pokemon, to be honest, but... And gosh, I love the way they made that X-Wing, that scan on the back of this, look like the trench run in Star Wars: A New Hope. That is so stinking cool right there. That is just so creative. I love that kind of stuff. And so my drink of choice is, I love water. I love coffee. Cinnamon tea is good for my blood sugar. Oh, my friend Melanie that I went to high school with said she stopped by on my stream to say hi. Did I miss her saying hi? Up above, let me scroll back up here. I don't see it. She says she thinks she did it wrong. I don't see anything from her. And so, yeah, Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar. That's my... if you watch PokePaster TCG... this stream brought to you by Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar. He likes Diet Mountain Dew, and so I've tried to kind of hold off on being like Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar, because it looks like I'm copying him talking about what soft drink I like. It's probably got chemicals and all kinds of bad things in it, but at least it's a little sweet. I don't really have a sweet tooth. Okay, Cameron says he was talking about the double-sided Star Wars in particular. All right, cool. So let's crack this guy open here. And again, I have no idea what the order is or anything to look at. These packs are more like almost like paper versus the plastic or the foil that. So yeah, I don't know if the first one is like a hero character or whatever, but I got the third sister. Seething with Ambition. So it's got just a regular black border. So it's nice artwork. So that's a good one. I dig the artwork on this. This is going to be a hyperspace, but not a hyperspace foil. But it's called Shadowed Undercity. Check that out. That is beautiful. I love the blue-green artwork on that. Yeah, so this Cameron says, for example, you could have two double-sided cards that have the same thing on one side but different things on the back. I think that's this card. Literally, you just said that as I looked at this card. This is the front, Shadowed Undercity, but the back is the Force. That is so freaking cool right there. It's a Force token. It's Yoda and Obi-Wan standing side by side on the shore in Dagobah. I love that. If you can see that Obi-Wan, that stylized Obi-Wan is so flippin' cool. This card is a keeper. I may have to find this card in a foil or something, this Force. Gosh, I love that. I love that artwork so much. And I don't want to become a Star Wars Unlimited seller, but this is fun to open. Like, Star Wars is like my first love. Man, what a cool card. What a cool card. All right, let's keep going. The Force is with me indeed. Great card, yeah. All right, Fallen Jedi. Got your one-eyed Jedi there. And this one is just going to have, yeah, just the normal logo on the back. Tusken Tracker. These guys are good with the sniper rifle. Hitting those pod racers coming by. Oh my gosh, this is hilarious. It's worse. It could always be worse. It's Han Solo. It's worse. Trick, defeat a non-leader unit. Yeah, he is not having fun in the trash compactor, that's for sure. J-type Nubian starship, not a foil. Naboo, a vehicle transport. When played, draw a card, and defeated, discard a card from your hand. I'm sure all those numbers mean something. Strike ship, underworld vehicle fighter. That's an interesting looking ship model. Raid 3, this unit gets +3/+0 while attacking. Overwhelm when attacking. An enemy unit deals excess damage to the opponent's base. Minoc. Yeah, we know what the Minocs they got on the outside of the Millennium Falcon. When attacking enemy unit, deal excess damage to the opponent's base. Magistrate Scout Imperial Trooper. When this unit attacks, heal 2 damage from your base. So I guess this game has bases. Is that what I pulled, Cameron? Was this the base that I pulled here? Oh yeah, it is. It says base at the top. So I guess the base cards, you're trying to kill other people's bases. So maybe like Pokemon, a base is like a Pokemon, and once you take it out, the other cards are doing the different damage and stuff. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look this up. This is kind of fun. Sorceress Blast. It's forced. Count Dooku. I liked him better with his head cut off. That was kind of grim, sorry. Point Rain Reclaimer, Republic Clone Trooper. Nice card there. Sarisu Stance. Play a force unit from your hand, paying its cost, and give a shield token to it. Is that Barriss Offee? Is that? No, it's not. She's a Mary Ellen, but I don't see the tattoos on her face. Acclamator Assault Ship. I like this. Republic. It's one of the clone ships. You can see all the clone transports underneath it. It's a great card. Focus determines reality. Each friendly force unit gains raid 1 Saboteur. Got Qui-Gon Jinn there, busting his way through the blast doors. Ooh, I got a foil card. Not this isn't it though. This is a base, Virgins Temple. I like that. That's from Star Wars Rebels. Guys, I got a foil Qui-Gon Jinn. Check that guy out. Qui-Gon Jinn, the negotiations will be short. That's actually a line that Obi-Wan says. The negotiations were short, Master. Sorry, that was my best Ewan McGregor. Let's see how much this guy's worth. I'm going to go ahead and put this in a penny sleeve. And a top loader. I like Qui-Gon. He's a good character. Obi-Wan's my favorite, though. Obi-Wan is my absolute favorite. All right, let's see what old Qui-Gon Jinn, the negotiations will be short, is worth on Qui-Gon Jinn. The negotiations will be short. Okay, you really can't see the full name of them here, so maybe I should go back to just tcgplayer.com. Sorry, I realize I don't have my browser up there. Hyperspace foil, yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah, current market on this guy, and it's come down. It was up around 538. It's not selling a lot of copies, but showing current market is 492. Unfortunately, I want to keep this one, so. But yeah, that is a beauty for sure. The negotiations will be short. I think what that is supposed to be, if you remember in Star Wars Episode 1, they try to gas them out of the kind of the meeting room, and I think that's him coming through the blast door with the gas spilling out behind him because he's escaped that room. This is when they used force speed to just like down the hallway. Super cool card. I dig that a lot. That's definitely a keeper. That one and this force artwork on the back of this one, I love. Hyperspace, and I like the artwork on the front of this one too, so I'll put both of those in a top loader, add those to my PC, and the rest of these I will put elsewhere. Probably put them all in a team bag and tuck them away somewhere. Oh yeah, speaking of force speed, I pulled this in the first pack. This is that same scene. They came out of the meeting room. Kind of see, of course, it's the blast behind them, but that's the room that they tried to gas them out of. All right, enough Star Wars content for the night. Sorry about that, guys. I just got excited. I've been holding on to that to open with you guys on the stream. Let me tell my friend Melanie. All right, so all these cards that I looked at earlier, they're all near mint or better. So I'm going to go ahead and just pull out some of I recycle all these. You know, some of my penny sleeves that already have the tabs at the top. I've sold cards out of these, and so I just put them back in this little bin in the front. I don't know if I've showed you guys this in a while since my video, but I only have these cards listed right now, which is crazy. That's like 35 cards there. Some of the Japanese in the back, and then these are all empty top loaders. These are all empty penny sleeves, and then these are all English back here that are already conditioned that I need to list. So I'll get out. Yeah. So at this point, I'm just, because I've already conditioned them all, and they're all in good condition, I need to set this up differently. Highly recommend this giant mouse pad that I have as a way to keep cards from touching your hard surface. I just realized that it'd be better to do this. You can actually see what I'm doing. Yeah, there we go. That's one of the things I'm going to upgrade next is this camera, so that it's a little bit higher quality. I'll probably get the exact same camera I have on my face, but just not the one that has the motorized gimbals on it that just can just sit there, because they can go up to 4K. And so that'll be a way to do that. Jack was asking if I've done any Magic the Gathering cards. I got a Spider-Man box from Costco yesterday. That was fun to rip and list. I bought a pretty big collection from a guy. It was a one-time seller. I reached back out to him a couple times, but the cards he had were like, that he was offering me were like $400 and $500 cards, and I just wasn't really ready to take that dive just yet. But when I was going through that, there were 3 or 4 of the Final Fantasy cards in there. I don't know if he knew they were in there, because I don't remember them being on the list when I agreed to buy them. So if they just happened to get stuck in there. But he didn't have all of his cards sleeved either, so I'm not sure if he knew. But it was 3 cards, and together they were worth about $15. So yes, I have sold them, but not in such a way that I would call myself a Magic the Gathering seller by any stretch. If I came across the right collection and felt confident, I've tried to negotiate with a couple of people for Star Wars Unlimited cards. I found a couple that were, you know, some of the higher end stuff. You know, I say higher end, you know, $15, $20 cards. The guy had a collection, but he wasn't willing to go any lower than 90% market price, and it just wasn't the right purchase for me. So I told him I appreciated his time and just kind of passed on it. But the higher value the card, the lower percentage. You don't need as low a percentage, but there's still a pivot point in there where it's not profitable and not worth the time and the effort. So you just have to kind of remember that. I do like this, the Sea King, this artwork. I'll get back to full screen here. It's got the pinks and the purples and the blues and the oranges in the back. That's a fun card. Let's see, and then I got this Atticus here on top. Okay guys, I'm gonna get all these in top loaders, and then you guys have convinced me that I need to list some of these Japanese cards. I've already got them. I think they're up in the cabinet up there. I've already got them conditioned. It's just, they're the ones that are Pokeball and Master Ball patterns, and on TCG Player, for whatever reason, those sets that have multiple variants of basically the same art style, sometimes they're not as quick and they don't prioritize getting the artwork scanned in for those cards. And so it ends up just being kind of this placeholder graphic. And so it's a little bit more difficult to quickly list, because sometimes I'm having to go to Google and type in Pokemon Japanese and the number. And once it gives me a few Pokemon to choose from with that number on it, I usually can dial it in and figure out which Pokemon it is. And then I have to go back to TCG Player and type in the name of that Pokemon, and then I can find the card, because I'm still learning all these different Pokemon, and so I can't just look at the card and immediately know what the name of the Pokemon is to look it up at TCG Player. I don't know why TCG Player sometimes doesn't, like when you type in the card number, when you have Japanese Pokemon selected, why it doesn't automatically, when you type in the number, know which one you're talking about, because it's rare for a set to have the same ending number. So if I typed in 89 of 203, it should only be 1 or 2 different cards, but then some of the Japanese sets have multiple variants of each card, so then it gets even more confusing. I at least know what the variants are called. So like in that Star Wars set we were looking at, you know, you had hyperspace foil. That makes sense to me now. To me, that's a little simpler sometimes, but then the Pokeball patterns, the Master Ball patterns, it makes sense. So. I do. Hey Crimson, good question. I do. I top load every card that goes into my inventory. It's just for me, for filing, for moving around. I don't have to worry about dinging it. Tell me you don't, I would assume, when you're asking that question. And so you would just take cards like this and just, where's my camera? You just take cards like this and just stick it straight into your deal. But yeah, thanks for asking, Crimson. GR Gaming says, try this. Sort them by set. So like S8A, yeah, which would be like the set. Then as you list them, you click save and the page resets and stays on that set. Just enter the number of the card. It'll pull it right up. Okay. Okay. This is why my motto on the channel is leveling up together. You're teaching me things. You're teaching me things. I don't hate it. Yeah, Crimson, tell me how you do it. You just keep them in the top loaders and, or not top loaders, you keep them just in the penny sleeves and that's it. Do you do tabs on yours? It's just the way that makes sense to me as I'm protecting the cards, but it's certainly an extra step, but it's an easy step, so. So maybe the higher end cards, but not the reverse hollows. Gotcha. Yeah, so for me, let me pull back camera 2 here. Yeah, so like all these, I don't need this out anymore. Put this light up. All of these are in top loaders and penny sleeves. And so when they're in the top loader and the penny sleeve and they already have these tabs on them that I know these have been conditioned, I'm confident in their condition and they're ready to be listed. And then I just pull those out in the stack. And then when I put them over here, these are the ones that are actually currently listed on, so only if they're $5 or more, Jack said, okay. Yeah, so they're in top, yeah, so this is only like a 50-cent card, but putting it from a penny sleeve into a top loader doesn't take me very long. It gives me a little bit of peace of mind that when I'm shuffling through these really quick, I'm not gonna ding one or anything, but maybe I'm being overly cautious and I need to refine that. So I don't hate what you're saying. That's for sure. All right, let me get these Japanese cards real quick. Here's one stack of them. Two stacks of them. I bought these several months ago and I just have not got around. I was out in the garage today. It was beautiful weather outside and cut a bunch more cardboard because I've been using a lot of bubble mailers lately. So yeah, so like all these cards are all Japanese Pokemon. There's probably 75 of them here I need to list. So GR Gaming says he also likes to top load them to also help prevent from the foil curling. Just my OCD makes me feel better. Yeah, I'm the same way. But again, if you're blowing through cards so fast that all you need is a penny sleeve and you throw it in there and you can keep track of it that way, man, that's fantastic. Like it makes me a little nervous, but I don't think it's wrong. If you're having good reviews and good quality control, yeah, that's great. I don't trust penny sleeves, Crimson says. I've had cards that get whitened over the years, but I had them in binders. Yeah. That makes sense. All right, guys. All right, so you're saying sort them by like sets. All right, so let's go to camera 2 again. All right, SV11W, 11W, 11W. Oh, okay, this is the black and white. 11B, W, W, W. These must all be, and these are all like Pokeball patterns pretty much. W, W, SV9, SV9, 9, 11W, 11W, 11W. You don't want me just to hear me say 11W over and over again. Apparently I got a lot of the white series. White bolt. There's a B, white, black, white, white. All right, let's try this out. Yeah, it's already basically already sorted. GR Gaming says SV9. All right, let's do the smaller sets first here. All right, so pull up the browser. Oh, hold on, let me. All right. All right, so if I go to product line, Pokemon Japan, and the set. Okay, I see what you're saying here. SV9. Scroll down for a day and a half, but we're going to get there. SV9, Battle Partners. Yep. All right. Now, I'm learning. This is the Dunsparce, right? I think that's right. Might be wrong. Let's see. All right, if I type in the numbers, 079 out of 100. Well, that's definitely not Berserker. What am I doing wrong? $79 of 100. Let's do that. Yep, I was right, but yeah, the number. Oh, first three and hit enter. Okay, let me go back and try that. First three and hit enter. Enter. Pokemon Japan. SV9 Battle Partners. All rarities. Product type. Singles only, sealed only. Yeah, the first three and hit enter didn't work. Do I have to hit the slash? Okay, so do 500 and just do search. Sort by number. Oh, okay. Yeah, there it is for sure. That way works. That way makes sense to me now. 19 cents. Ah, do I even want to list that card? That's I don't know if you can see SV9 on it, but yeah, it's for sure. Yeah, there it is. I can see that. I don't know if you can see that. SV9. 079 out of 100. I don't know, man. Not trying to prove you wrong, just trying to learn. So I don't know. All right, let's click into this and see if 19 cents is actually accurate. Let's see, 9 have sold in the last few days. Am I in my store? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, I mean 19 cents is the market price. Grinder Gamer says, I'm a bulk guy, so 19 cents is like a hit in the jackpot. Not sharing. Oh, sorry. You guys can't read my mind. Well, I guess I'm speaking out loud, so you kind of can, but all right, cool. All right, so let's go 19 cents, and I've got 3 copies. So let's save that. All right, so now let's go up here to SV11B. Black Bolt. And let's try the 056 enter. Yep, that's that one. So that did work that time. That card was moderate. Did I list that one as moderately played? No. Near mint. What did I do wrong? You're asking if I list them all moderately played. I do not. Oh, market price. I'm sorry. MP market price. No, I do not. Unless they don't, this card's not moving very much. And so if this card sold 9 copies in the last 3 days, that means it's selling 3 a day. I'd like to sell it in the next day or two. And so if three cards down is going to be 19 cents is going to be the best price. I mean, certainly I could list it, you know, way down here, 27 cents or something, but I'd like to sell it and move it. So yeah, if you watch my last video, I talk about like the process of like selling cards and moving them quickly. And so that's more my philosophy, but certainly, yeah, teach me your ways. Teach me how you would do it. Always willing to learn. All right. Okay. I gotta, oh man, that's what stinks. When you go back, you got to set everything up again. SV11 black. Nope, that's SM, not SV. This is a new method to me, so I'm still learning. Oh, you know what? I just realized this is the Pokeball patterns. This is what I was talking about earlier. Where there's your main card, but this is the Pokeball pattern. You can kind of see that. So that's the basic card, and so the Pokeball pattern is here. Okay, Grinder Gamer says, yeah, my floor is 50 cents, so 19 cents is like, whoa. Okay, tell me about that. So like the lowest you'll price any card at is 50 cents. And so are you just hoping that people are gonna try to get to that $5 amount and pick up a bunch of your 50-cent cards? Is that what you're working towards? GR Gaming says, so weird. What I do too is if you click into the card, it'll open up into a new window, then go back to enter the price and save to stay on that set and just rinse and repeat. Yeah, that's typically what I do. I think I messed up the process somewhere there. So yeah, this has only sold 1 copy in the last 3 days. I don't know why the English filter keeps picking up on here. Pokemon Japan, Black Bolt. So weird. So like 24 cents, 38 cents, 49 cents, but it's showing market is at 70. But if I wanted to sell it like overnight, it'd have to be 23 cents. Oh, your floor is 5 cents, so 19 cents is like, whoa. Oh, you're saying I was scoffing at that it was only 19 cents, and to you, the lowest you'll list them at is 5 cents, and so 19 cents is, you know, quite a bit more than that. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I'm saying the word sense a lot. Yeah, but the other interesting thought I was thinking is what I was saying earlier. So when you're listing at 5 cents, you're hoping that someone's going to buy a bunch of cards at once, right? I mean, that's what you're going for. All right, so let's come in here and list this one at, it says 70 cents, but that's just not accurate based on what I'm seeing here. Let's list it at 48 cents. I think my cat may be trying to get in here. Let me see. Be right back. Okay, maybe not. Thought I heard my cat at the window. Gonna crack a window. It's getting hot down here. See what it is outside, 48 degrees outside. Yeah, you know, my floor is probably, and again, I'm still relatively new at this. My floor is going to be something probably 25 cents is probably where I want my floor to be. And with my bulk, which would be anything under that, I guess. I mean, I have a lot of packs that I've opened up that I just have have cards in, but I don't have like a lot of bulk. Yeah, the Autumn Chill is very nice, Crimson. I agree. Grinder Gamer says, I get a lot of orders where people buy enough to cover the free shipping. I get orders that are like $5 and a penny, and I'm like, really, LOL, but they free shipping for you, so yay. Yeah, I agree. I agree. All right, let's see here. Am I still on the B? I am. 050. This one's like one of the timber ones, right? Or timber. Yeah, the Pokeball pattern. I got that one before it popped up. 48 cents. See, I could hit match and move on, but let's click into it and see what we got going on. We're still gathering data. Why does it keep pulling? Guys, what am I doing wrong? Why does it keep pulling English up here? That's driving me crazy. Lightly played, near mint. Yeah, again, it's showing hollow foil, 48 cents. Hasn't sold a copy since September 29th, so the whole month of October this hasn't sold a copy. Showing 48 cent market value, which doesn't make any sense. Let's go 27 cents just for giggles. I just want to get these out of my inventory. Got another one here. It's a great card. Another Pokeball pattern. I'll recognize this one when I see it. Yep, that's it. Pokeball pattern, 28 cents. Again, English again. What am I doing wrong there? Why does it keep coming up with English? Hasn't sold a copy since October 23rd. 28 cents, but it's already down to like 13, 15, 25, 25, 27. These are all Gold Star sellers. The Hidden Bodega. Let's come in at 24 cents. How about that? All right, now we're going over to the White Flare. Okay, why did it do that? Yeah, I saw that. I saw that video that he did, Jack. He's saying RNG Games made a video showing how he fit 45 cards into a plain white envelope. Yeah, I think he was just using penny sleeves and team bags, right? I don't know. It just drives me crazy when it does this. Okay, so I'm going down here. I'm hitting White Flare, and it automatically takes me into this listing. I don't know why. White Flare, all rarities, Pokemon Japan. All right, this is Joltik. I know that, right? I'm winning. That's Joltik. Both Pokeball patterns. Hey, what's up, Brian? Welcome to the live stream, sir. There's Joltik, there's the Pokeball pattern, and it's saying 42 cents. Again, it's got English up here for some stinking reason. Showing 42 as market. No, wait, no, market is actually 20. I keep looking at near mint comparison hollow foil. Yeah, this TCG player image coming soon situation. All right, let's come in at, I have no pricing data whatsoever. Let's hit refresh, see if anything changes. Still no pricing data. Let's go 29 cents, why not? Joltik, always a crowd pleaser. Yep, I like that one a lot. Like that one a lot. Well, Brian, we've been looking at, we opened up a pack from our friend Cameron here in the stream. He just started selling on TCG Player, and he mailed over an amazing pack of cards. So we opened that at the top of the stream. And he sent over a card that he signed and dated when he started selling, and so celebrating with him on that. And we did that, and then we conditioned a bunch of cards, English cards, got those put in top loaders and penny sleeves ready to be listed. And I hate listing Japanese cards. I don't hate it, it's kind of arduous, and so that's what we're doing right now. We talked about the Walter Payton rookie card that a friend at church gave me. He gave me all of his childhood football cards from the 1970s, and got a Walter Payton rookie card in there, so I'm going to send it off to PSA. Even if it's just a PSA 1, it makes it worth $125. So excited to send that off. I've seen some PSA 1s that were creased and bent in half, and that one is not. So, and then we opened up a pack of Star Wars Unlimited cards, so that was fun as well. Inept Card Collector, is this the Underground Secret Band Fight Club stream? No, it's not. I'm not a good fighter, unless it's Arc Raiders, which I want to play as soon as I'm done with the stream. I want to jump in and play some Arc Raiders. And excited for that. That game's been so much fun. All right, this will be the next one I try to list here. Another Pokeball pattern. Let's go back to the browser. 051, enter. Terrakion, Pokeball pattern. Let's click into this thing. Well, I appreciate you staying anyways, Inept. I really do. Again, it's got English up here. It's driving me crazy. Market price, 14 cents. Don't love that. What did this say market price was? 39? We'll see. Okay, guys, why is it telling me there's two different market prices? It's very confusing. 39 and 14. Oh, that's lightly played. I'll do near mint. There we go. Now we're talking. That was what the confusion was last time. 39 cents. It hasn't sold since October 31st. Sure. Let's do 29 cents. Why don't we? Just to get in there and be competitive. Let's get this thing out of my inventory. Why not? Yes, I have to say no because YouTube frowns upon fight clubs, apparently. Trying to get monetized here, man. Can't be having fight clubs and get monetized. Mindfu? Yeah, Pokeball pattern. Yep, nice card. You know what? Let's just blow through these guys. Should we just match all market prices and just keep on trucking? This hasn't sold since October 22nd. Hollow foil near mint. So to be the lowest price, I'd have to come in at 34. It's saying 66 over there. Let's come in at 50. Legally, I disavow such clubs. Yes, me too, Inept. Let's come in at 59 cents. Why don't we? Yeah, I've recently gone a couple hundred over my initial starting budget, and so I have some upgrades I'm going to be doing with that. So this is all kind of bonus money at this point, selling through this content, selling through this inventory. Sock, is that him? Yep. And another Pokeball pattern. Hasn't sold since October 15th. I'm not listing it for 10 cents, I'll tell you that. This is where I don't understand where TCG Player's algorithm or whatever tells you that the market price is 54 cents when it hasn't sold. There's no demand for it. It hasn't sold since the 15th. Let's come in at 29 cents. I mean, this card's going to sit forever if I list it at that price, right? What am I missing? See, I got 4 copies of this card. Let me make sure they're all Pokeball. They are. I like it when there's multiple copies. You can just list those suckers. All right, I'm not even going to look at this one. I'm just going to list them all for market price. How about that? Got our little otter with fighting with seashells Pokeball. So guys, are we already thinking about Thanksgiving? If you're from the United States, I know I'm ready to eat some good food. I'm just going to list all these at market price right now. Just blow through this stack. Got an EX here. How many copies of this card do I have? Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4. 7 copies of this card. I can't even hold it right. 7 copies of that card. Let's see what that's worth. 042. Yeah, these are cards that I should hang on to till then to kind of drive up the price a little bit, but I want to get some better inventory before then if I can. I've got a deal kind of in the works right now that... All right, so it sold a copy over the last few days. Showing market price at 21 cents. Oh, excuse me, guys. Top load, Nate's Card Shop, all Gold Star sellers. Flawlessly TCG, Cardboard PC. Cardboard PC. GR Gaming says the one good thing is because you have so many of that set, people will come along, wide view the set and cart a handful. Yeah, that's true. And with so many cards having a big spread between market, Jason's saying, and lowest listings, it makes me wonder how sellers talk about selling or listing 30 or 40% over market and they sell them. Yeah, that yeah, my friend Pokepaster TCG, TJ, one of the ways he kind of like throttles his sales is he'll list them for 10, 15, 20% over market and he still moves them. But I wonder if that's, I know he's dialed into the direct program, and so like he'll get a pull list from TCG Player, and then like be shipping off like 100 cards to TCG Player. So I'm not sure when he says that he's selling it like that, if that's from the direct program or if that's from like cards that he's actually packing himself or not. Are any of you guys in the direct program? Inept Card Collector says, Jason, some do that because they're busy, so it's not worth their time. They raise the prices to cut business back a bit. Yeah, that's what TJ does, is it kind of helps him throttle his sales, and so it slows down his sales, and then if he does make the sale, he's making so much more profit than it's worth the time to list it. So let's come in here at 20 cents. So I'm not sharing my screen. Sorry guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 copies. See if there's any other cards I have duplicates of that'll help me speed this up just a little bit. Yep, I got 2 of that one, 2 of that one, and the rest are singles. Your distributors raising your prices. Too greedy to be in the direct program. Yeah, I don't know that I'm too greedy, but I certainly understand. Yeah, I mean, if I had a larger quantity of cards, I could see that. Brian, you hit level 2? That's good, right? Like, that's not level 1? Or are you saying you're only level 2? Cameron says you got to have some serious inventory for the direct program. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the requirements to even apply is, like, you have to have 1,000 cards listed, 2,000 cards listed. How many cards is it? It's a lot. Inept Card Collector says exactly. Catch up on existing orders and then cut down on new, smaller ones. Yeah. Yeah. Are you guys in the Pro Seller where you can go in and just like set all your card prices every night at a certain price, or you can go in and just do it with a few clicks? Because I've not done that yet. Inept says, my bad, I meant my guy's distro. So your friend's distributor, he's an LGS owner. I should have ordered that more precisely. Gotcha. Yeah, are any of you guys in the Pro Seller program yet? I mean, that's something you just like can toggle into, but you lose like an additional 1.5% on all your sales, which in the grand scheme of things isn't a lot, but when you're getting started, that can be the difference of you upgrading some equipment or, you know, buying another collection or whatever. So just my 2 cents at least. All right, I think this is like Gotharita or Gothita or Goth something or other, right? Let's see how I did. Gotharita, I got it. Both Pokeballs, yep. 60. Last sale was 9 cents. Current market is 67. Jack says, I'm a pro seller and I use the mass price tool. Grinder Gamer says, I got over 9K, but still like making my change. Too many fees already. Brian, that's awesome though, man. Level 2, that's amazing. So that's leveling up. That is worthy of the level up graphic. Brian is leveling up. He's level 2. Congratulations, man. That's good stuff. That's nothing to shake a stick at. We all started at level 1. Level 2 is just a pass through, man. Just make it happen. All right, Jack, tell me the pros and the cons of being a pro seller. Tell me about it. Sell me on it. Pretend like you work at TCG Player and you're trying to convince me to be a pro seller like you. Oh man, Inept's TCG brick and mortar LGS owner just got the Roka sorting machine. Bro, that'd be fun. Inept, is that within driving distance of the Twin Cities? So I can come check it out. Cameron says, I'm sitting on quite a bit of sealed right now. I've been trying to sell it locally to avoid the more intricate shipping, but it hasn't been going well considering getting sealed up on TCG Player for Cyber Weekend. Yeah, you could certainly sell it. You could certainly sell it, but the shipping is a little bit of a challenge for sure. That's why I haven't really jumped into that yet. Oh, Cameron, Master's interested in your inventory. We can make some deals right here. This is why. Okay, guys, the people that are on the live stream, you guys, you're going to get a little inside information. If somebody gets this far in the live stream and hears me share this, let me list these 2 cards here before I forget what I'm doing. Let's come in at 59 cents on this one. You know what? I can even... I got 2 copies of this card. Save. Okay, guys, I think I can even show you what I'm working on. I'm working on a Discord server for this community. And let me see if this will work. So that some of the deals like you guys are working on right now can be done in here in real time in the Discord server. And so let me see if I can share my screen. All right, guys, here's what I'm working on. You can kind of see some of the other servers I'm a part of. Oh, you can't see? All right, let me make this go away. Let me pull this down just ever so slightly so you can see. All right, the working title of it is the Flip House Foundry. And I'm getting the channels and the hubs and things set up, but I've got to get some of the automations and other stuff set up in here as well. But yeah, so the welcome channel, rules and roles, announcements, my content will go in that channel. A place here where people can introduce themselves when they join the Discord. We've got a general chat. You can showcase, just show things that you have, your personal collection, network with other sellers. And then here you can list your wins and your goals so we can cheer for you, root for you, help you along the way. This channel would be for market talk. This is for research and rarity, just talking about maybe grading cards and stuff, tools and tips that we're all using in the learning lab, things that we're discovering along the way. Business growth strategies, storefront feedback, like, you know, if you want to list your store in there and people can go take a look at it. This is where you would buy, sell, trade, doing some of the things you're talking about. And then insights into your inventory, and then have some voice chat channels if you want to hang out and hear each other's voices. And then mods and admin would have some of that down there, and I haven't decided any of that yet. And so this is what I'm working on, a place where we can come and be. So here's my question. Here's my question for the 10 of you that are in the stream right now. I want to keep bad actors from finding their way into that community. And at the same time, I'm not trying to, like, not necessarily make money off of it. Let's see here. Let me read these few real quick. Cameron is nothing but hate to when you post sealed locally. I wouldn't recommend TCG Player unless you're willing to sell and ship them individually. eBay is the better place to move sealed. GR says individual shipping will kill your profits on TCG Player, in my opinion. Whoa, nice inside info. Dang, nice. Very nice. You're so organized. Oh, okay. So I'm assuming you guys are talking about Discord. Okay, so to keep bad actors out of there, I don't necessarily want like a membership price like that, you know, you would pay. But if there's a way that you can set it up to pay, I don't know, $3 a month, $5 a month and I'm still researching this. There's a way to do it integrated into Discord, to where you would have to pay a monthly fee to be a part of that. I could also set up a few free channels that people could just get in and just chat amongst themselves that are parts of the community. But if you were really looking to network and to sell to one another, I just want to keep people that are going to jump in there and potentially, like I said, be bad actors, have bad intent from getting in there and selling fake cards to people in our community. Then I banned them from the Discord. They've already sold the fake cards. There's nothing I can do about that. But for those of us that trust one another, that we see each other in the streams on a regular basis, we see each other in the comments. You know, Cameron is someone that I trust. He's, you know, I bought cards from him. He sent them to me. He sent them to me well. This is someone that, in my opinion, can be trusted. And so, like, if he makes a deal with you in our Discord, he keeps from having to give TCG Player or eBay a percentage, and he can help someone else in the community. What I typically like to do for some of my good friends is sell at a discount under market, because if you're saving me 13% from selling on TCG Player, then I can sell them to you at 7 to 10% off, and we're both saving each other money. And so if you want to work out some of those kinds of deals in the Discord, but what would be a reasonable price that you would be willing to pay to keep the bad actors out? I think $1 is too little. $5, I think, would be the maximum I'd want to go a month. But like, what would you be willing to pay to get access to good people with good products that are willing to make good deals? I don't know. What do you think? Inept says that's what Rusty from TCSG Gaming does, I think. I'm assuming you're referring to paying a monthly fee to be part of the Discord. TCA Gaming. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, Grinder Gamer. He said, yeah, I think that would be wise because I could see it going down if you get bad actors. Yeah, I think one bad apple that takes advantage of somebody could really spoil the bunch. And like I say in most of my videos, I love the community that we're creating here. I really, really do. And I want to protect it. And one way to protect it is to have some kind of monthly fee to be a part of the Discord channel. Now, $5, I mean, if someone's going to come in there and scam someone on $1,000 deal, $5 isn't going to keep them out. But it may be just enough to keep some out. I don't know. $2.99. All right, I like that. Free for some channels, paid for others, I believe. Okay. So yeah, so having maybe a small set of like 3, 4, 5 channels where people in the community could come. I would probably want to make sure that those channels didn't include any kind of deal making. What do you think about that? Inept says $4.20. Yeah, I was definitely thinking under what a sealed pack would cost. Like if I went to Target and they actually had a sealed pack there, I think they're what, $5.99. So I would want it. I would want the shtick or the selling point to be for like less than a pack of cards a month. You can be part of our I don't know, business building part of the foundry, the Flip House Foundry. Actually, $5, I'll round up. Jason says, honestly, any amount of money would likely deter trolls who wouldn't want to bother going through that effort. Yeah, I guess that's the thing is like, you'll probably want a couple of trusted moderators to help keep things tidy. Oh, 100%, 100%. And I've already reached out to a few of you, I think 3 of you, to ask you if once I kind of get the bugs worked out and get it listed, to come in and check it out and goof around with it and post in it, and let's make sure the permissions work right before I release it to the community. Definitely a work in progress. With the holidays coming up, it may be something I need to try to set a realistic goal of like the first of the year. So like in January of 2026 would be when we launch it. But yeah, $5 is a good round number. $3 I could be convinced of. And then I could reinvest that back in the community, maybe invest that in some giveaways and things like that. Not necessarily in inventory, but yeah. That's just what I'm toying around with now. I could be convinced otherwise. So Inept says you can always start with one number and change it after a fiscal quarter if you want. Yeah, for sure. Master says, let's do it. Yeah. No, I'm going to do it for sure. I'm wanting to make sure that it's equitable and it doesn't seem like a money-making scheme. I mean, certainly it would be helpful to my business and the channel and the content creation to have a little bitty, trickle of a revenue stream over on the side. So, I mean, let's be honest, like it's not a net zero. I mean, it would be nice to be able to have just a little bit, kind of like my affiliate program with Shipping Shield. I think maybe every month I make about $30 from that. And so that's nice because then when I buy more shipping shields, it helps me get them at a lower cost. I think GR Gaming asked, is this Discord open to the public or is it sellers only? Right now it's not open to anyone. But oh yeah, now that I've showed that to you, I wonder, do I have to go hide that? I think it's by invite only the way I have it set up. I need to look at that. Sorry if somebody, because I don't have any of the automations or anything set up yet. Hopefully I didn't screw up by showing that to everyone. Yeah, I'm just looking for the members list there. No, it just shows me. Yeah, it's going to. I would think that there would be two tiers. There would be a very simplified, truncated, like free section with like 4 or 5 channels in it, and no voice chat for people that are part of the community that just want to come in and interact with other people in the community. And then those of us that want to either make deals with one another or want to be encouraged and set goals and have accountability for their business plans so we can sharpen one another and continue to level up together. I think that would be the paid section. So a lot of what I just showed there would be access just for the paying members of the community. And then the free members, there would be like a general chat and maybe where they could show off their personal collections and they could talk about the next set and some of that kind of stuff. But the vast side of it, like what tools are you using, and what are you excited about, and what automations do you have, and if you want to share your goals with the rest of the community, those are paying members that are encouraging one another to take steps in their business. So again, we can spur one another on in our businesses and do stuff like that. That's what I'd like it to be. Cameron says you could open it up and get a community going before incorporating private sales channels and things like that. Yeah, that's true. And that card collector says, yep. Yeah, and I think that the, you make a good point, Cameron. Maybe it's the opposite. Maybe the free one is everything but the channels for making deals, and the paid one gives you access to people that are wanting to buy and trade inventory. So so instead of the free one being just 4 or 5 channels, the $5 a month is just 4 or 5 channels, and it's primarily for networking and card deals, trades, and sales. Does that sound better? I think that sounds better. Cameron says a thread for everyone to share their shop links would be cool. Yeah, for sure. Like, I think that's, yeah. The music inevitably stops every stream at about an hour. I guess maybe there's only like an hour and 47 minutes worth of music in that royalty-free playlist. A thread for everyone to share their Yeah, this is good. Let me get out my notebook here. I have a notebook that I keep right here in my drawer for all my thoughts that hit my brain, and you guys are helping me think through some stuff here. So yeah, this is where I came up with like all the different channels. Worked on that for a while. Hey, and I gotta give a plug. If you haven't started your business yet, I got the 10-step business jumpstart plan. You can go get it. Link down below in my Ko-fi. You can donate $0 or a few dollars if you'd like to support the channel. That was fun to create. All right, so a thread, yes. Let me go back and pull it back up here real quick and take a look at it in real time. So welcome, the rules and roles, the announcements, Fliphouse content, introductions. That would be for everyone. General chat, showcase. Yeah, so maybe the networking lounge would be a paid for channel. Wins and goals would be good for everybody. Here, I'm not showing this, I just realized. So these would be for everyone. General chat, showcase. This one would probably be a paid channel. Market talk, research rarity, tools, tips, learning lab. Those would be for everyone because we're leveling up together. Strategies, storefront. That's where everybody can list their stores. So buy, sell, trade would be a paid for. So the general rules would probably be no buy, selling, or trading in the free platform. But if you want to pay $5 a month, you can get access to buy, selling, and trading. So maybe there would be, so would that be the only two worth paying for? Would be the networking lounge and the buy, sell, trade? Would those be the ones we want to keep bad actors out of? What do you guys think? And then general, workshop, watch party. This would be like if we're all watching like a Pokemon reveal together, or maybe a premiere of if I do a bigger video. After hours is just talking about anything, I guess, kind of like general, but the way I listed it was casual, off-topic social space. So maybe if some of our guys were all playing Arc Raiders together or something, we could be hanging out in after hours chatting. Whereas this would be Pokemon talk, Pokemon, but this would be like maybe just general gaming and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? So like, yeah, I think all of these would be in the spirit of the channel and the community, but the ones that we would want to protect would be the networking and the buy, sell, trade. And so maybe I would break up the buy, sell, trade into 3 separate channels. So like the buy would be, hey, I'm looking for a particular card or a particular sealed product. Selling, hey, I've got these things for sale. Or linking, if you've just listed a bunch of cards on your shop online, you'd want to do a fresh link there. Hey guys, I just listed 100 cards, go check it out. And then the trade would be a channel, hey, I'm you know, would just be people that are, so buy would be for money, sell would be for money, trade would be obviously for trade. Yeah, man, thank you guys for helping me make this better. I love this. I love this. Inept said, maybe also sharing content social media so people don't just constantly self-promote. A lot of Discords where people only post like that and it's annoying. Yeah, so which channel would that land in? Let me go back to this. That probably maybe in the showcase, but showcase, the way I described that one, it is share recent finds, collection highlights, cool flips that you made, or your personal collection. So that's the intent of that one. So yeah, there'd probably be one channel where you could share your socials and you could just mute that channel if you wanted to. So I probably need to add that one on here somewhere where it's just for social media. So where I could just say sharing socials could only be in a single channel. Like social media only. Cameron says maybe the shop link channels could be viewable by anybody, but paid in order to post your link so that no scammer shops are posted in there. Yeah, that would be something to consider as well. Let's see, which channel was that? Let's go. Yeah, storefront feedback would be if somebody had their own website or something, or maybe eBay listings. TCG Player wouldn't, I mean, what feedback would you give other than on their prices? Because TCG players kind of paint by numbers. Yeah, that's a good idea. Oh, I see what you're saying. So maybe that channel should be paid regardless so that somebody doesn't come in and take advantage of that channel. Okay, I see what you're saying there. So instead of, so maybe I would remove the storefront feedback channel altogether and make a shop link or storefront link one of the paid channels. So yeah, so the paid channel would be you could so right now the paid channels in our current iteration would be 5. It would be the networking lounge, connect with other resellers, share your socials maybe there, and collaborate together. Your storefront, and then 3 channels, buy, sell, and trade channels. So that would be like the 5 paid channels. I'm writing this down in real time here. So buy, sell, trade, store, and networking. Yeah, it would almost be like like affiliated networking. So like you're affiliated with the Flip House Foundry. I'm just excited, guys and gals, where this community is going to be 5 years from now. Like, I'm just excited for we're on the ground floor of what I believe could be a beautiful community of collaboration and helping one another out. Inept says, people just end up spamming their uploads, but don't ever interact with the community in most free. Yes, I agree. That's one of the reasons I'm making this one, because I'm a part of several like that. That's all it is. They come in and they're super interactive for like the first week, and then all it is just my socials, my socials, my socials, my socials. And then all the other channels just die. People just end up spamming their... Okay, yeah, so that Cameron says paid to post but free to view, so that it still reaches the whole community. Ooh, I wonder if I can do that. Paid to post, free to view. I wonder if I could delineate it that way. I'm gonna have to do some research. That's a good idea. Inept says, I want to see people's sales they're running and that kind of stuff. I don't want that mixed in with someone's shorts or ripping packs and advertising their scalping or whatever. Yeah, I agree 100%. I agree 100%. This should have just been a brainstorm session tonight where we just brainstormed all of this stuff. This is good stuff. Now I have to go sort all, list all these Japanese cards. Ugh. Gross. Cameron says, I'm not sure how, but I know it's possible. Yeah, again, this is just one of those things I've got to level up in. I'm feeling pretty confident about what the momentum we have going over here on YouTube. TCG players kind of like automated in my brain now. I just have to get some more inventory soon. As I'm running a little bit low on inventory, especially before the Cyber weekend. And again, I don't know that I'm going to go full hog on that, full full bore, full speed on that one, because I do work on the weekends and the holidays are coming up and the Christmas schedules. I talk about that in the video that's coming out Saturday. I've talked about that several times. Like, not only do you have to get the right inventory and list the right inventory at the right time to be ready for holiday sales in general, not just Cyber Weekend. But you also have to look at your personal schedule, what you and your family are doing during the holidays, and can you list more cards during the holidays, or do you have other obligations? Because one of the reasons I'm building this business is because I can spend more time with the people I love and I care about, and do the things that are important to me. And as much as I love sitting here at this computer and talking to you guys, I can hear the people I love walking around the house, and I want to go see them too. And so I think that is the tension to always be managed as you adult is, do the things you love, geek out about them, be a nerd about the things that you absolutely are unabashedly pursuing and are passionate about. But at the same time, go touch some grass every now and then and spend some time with the people that you love. Go outside, go for a walk, enjoy last night. The Northern Lights were here in Minnesota. Go out and look at the Northern Lights and do all those kinds of things. Master Hands said she likes the brainstorming. Inept says full send. Cameron says full send. Well, guys, I think this is, we're going to be at the 2-hour mark in about a minute and a half. And so thank you guys for doing this. I want to make this a regular Thursday night at 7 o'clock thing whenever I can do it. Last week, I recorded. If you haven't watched last week's episode, it was kind of my first video podcast style shoot. I'd like to do one of those once a month. And I'd like to have people from the community on that as we move forward. But Dave and Kay from DKTCG Cave, they sell on eBay, whatnot. Grading is a big part of their business. Both Dave and Kay they're married, and they both do that business full time. And 5 years ago, they both had jobs. And Dave was going to school to be a marine biologist. She was working at Target full time. And they both quit education and working. He was, obviously working as well as he was going to school. And it was a great episode. It's about an hour and 19 minutes long, but just so many nuggets of wisdom in there. Such a fun conversation. And Dave is just a wealth of information. Kay, it was great to have a female on screen. I don't see a lot of females on that side of the camera, and so I was excited to have Kay on the call as well. So I'm excited to continue to produce that kind of content. TJ from PokePaster TCG, he and I are good friends in person, in real life, and so I'm going to have him on. And I've got a brick and mortar store out in Oregon. It's a husband and wife duo. They're in their mid-20s, and I'm talking to them about being on one of my vidcasts as well. But as all of our stores grow, I would love to have some chances for some of you to be on that video as well. I just do it over Zoom, so it'll be a lot of fun. Yeah, that was so much fun, Inept, that episode. Man, Crimson, I don't know that I'm going to dabble on Whatnot. I said at the top of the stream, I had a representative from Whatnot reach out to me. Somehow they stumbled across that video that I'm talking about with Dave and Kay, looked at some of my other content, looked at my Instagram, and was very complimentary of what we're doing here, very complimentary of my shop, very complimentary of the community that we're gathering around trading cards. And yeah, said that she'd be interested in talking to me about selling over there. I just don't know. I mean, I think I could do what I'm doing now, and I could show a card, and I could say this is near mint or better, and starting bids at $1, and I could sell cards that way. It's certainly a different way to sell cards, but also I'm not trying to, just do a speed run of it either. And so there's something to me grounding and settling of listing them on TCG Player once a day at 8:30 at night. I pull up all my orders. I print them off. I list them before I go to bed. The next morning I drop them off in the mailbox on the way to work. And that rhythm is just a nice rhythm, and I think, Whatnot has the potential to kind of be an avalanche of orders. And then it also is a little bit of a risk depending on what kind of inventory you have. Obviously, I have friends in my corner with Dave and Kay that have years of experience on Whatnot that could coach me through that and help us level up together, all of us, in that way. But in the short term, I would say no, but it's not out of the question. So yeah, we'll see. Oh, yeah. Yeah, PokePaster. Yeah, so I don't know when I asked him, I texted him 2 months ago before I started doing YouTube channels. I'm not sure what app he uses. Oh, this let me give you guys oh gosh, yeah. The 8 of you that are here, let me show you something. Let me show you my thumbnail for Saturday's video. I'm really proud of this one. It's ridiculous. I didn't spend too much time on it, but I use Canva. My wife is an educator, and she uses Canva for a lot of the classroom things that she does for her students. And so we already pay for that as a subscription. I think it's like $10 a month. And the ease at which I can create thumbnails is pretty fun. All right, guys, get ready for some stupidity here. I'll show this, and then I got to wrap this thing up, because when I'm down here like this, my family can't get past me to get. Let's see, before I show this, the grand reveal. I think part of the appeal of your channel and community is that you're more laid back and not yelling, bouncing off the walls like a lot of other TCG creators. Whatnot is very much part of that hustle. Yeah, I mean, if you ever watch DK TCG Cave, they just kind of have some chill, like 80s, 90s music playing, and they're a great partnership, and Dave is engaging with the audience, but he's maybe a little bit more intense, but like not like the, oh, we're doing a break and you got to get in on this, and we're gonna roll for rares, and we're gonna spin the wheel, and we're gonna do, like, that's not their stream at all. And so if I did it, it would be a lot like what they do. And it is pretty chill, but they know their community well. That's what I love about their channel. If you haven't watched that video, is like when I roll into that channel, they're hyping up. They're like, hey, this is Flip House Finds. This is Alan. If you like YouTube content, if you're trying to build a business on TCG Player, hey, go subscribe to his Instagram and his YouTube channel. Somebody else rolls in. They're just hyping up everyone. And then when their sellers come in, or their buyers come in, like, in the video, I say, if I say Psyduck, who do you think of? And they listed off 2 or 3 different people. And so they're really caring for their community through their Whatnot stream, which is so different than all the other Whatnot people. I just made my first Canva thumbnail 2 uploads ago. It's bad. I may do a tutorial in a YouTube video soon on how I do it, because I can probably make one in 5 minutes or less. Yeah, I don't know, maybe. Okay, all right, guys. Here's a sneak peek of what's coming. What's coming on Saturday at 7 o'clock, guys. Holiday sales are coming. Look at that, same shirt, same hoodie. Holiday sales are coming. I got all those Pokeballs. I used Canva to take the background out, hang them on the tree. That star I added myself. The little ice hanging from the little "are coming" bubble. And then the Santa hat. I was looking for a Santa hat all around the house because I know we have one somewhere. And I was like, I can just pull one in from Canva. All right, that's all the sneak peek you get, guys. That's hilarious. Oh man, that'd be like Inception, right? Oh, a beard on there. I already have a beard, but no, I wonder if there's any beards in Canva. Oh, that's a great idea, Master Hand. That's a great idea. I may go back and revisit it before it goes live and like throw like a legit beard on myself. That would be funny. But yeah, a thumbnail for my thumbnail tutorial. That would be like Inception, be like a dream inside of a dream inside of a dream. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, hey, thank you all for being here. I mean, I'm always so delighted and enjoy this time with you so much. And I appreciate those of you that are regulars here on the stream and that just engage and help me get better at this. You guys have brought up a lot of great points tonight. Add Delibird in the thumbnail. Okay, now I got to go look up Delibird. I'm assuming that's a Pokemon of some kind. This is where I show my ignorance. Oh yeah, that would fit for sure. My fear was I was almost going to put at the top of the tree. Yeah, man. Thank you, Jack. Man, I appreciate you so much. Did you grab that Steelix? I don't even know how much the Steelix was. I have no idea how much it cost. Sorry, I'm pulling up my shop real quick. Yeah, Master, I was going to put Pikachu as the star, like doing one of its like lightning electric, things. So it kind of looked like a star, but Pikachu in it. And I found a piece of artwork that would have been great to use, but it was Stantler would be oh, is that like a reindeer one? Oh yeah, that'd be a good one too. But it was somebody's like personal artwork, and my fear is that if I used it and didn't give them credit, or even if I did give them credit and I put it in a thumbnail, would that be some kind of copyright issue? And so I chose against it and just found a star that was built into Canva to put at the top that was just a little bit more comical, like a little more drawing looking than the others. So that's what I went with, but it's going to be a great video. It's only about 12 minutes long, but just things to think of as we're nearing the holiday season. But now as soon as I log off, I'm going to go see if there's a beard that would work. That's hilarious. That's a great idea. Master, just know if I add a beard to it before Saturday at 7 Central, that was your doing. That was a great idea. But in summary, man, I love this community. Love you guys. Thank you so much for being here, being a part of what we're creating together. Thanks for the great ideas about the Discord. I got to do some more research there. Now that I'm kind of getting into a normal rhythm of posting content on Tuesdays, live stream on Thursdays, content on Saturday, I think that's going to be a more manageable schedule for me to be able to continue to create content that's going to be valuable to you And the live stream is something where it's creating a couple of hours of content where people can watch it on demand throughout the week and get those hours in, because the goal to get monetized on YouTube is 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. We're at almost 550 subscribers right now, and at around 1,600 hours of watch time so far, which I never would have imagined at this point. So thank you for those of you that are regular watchers of the channel. Thank you so much for being here, and I can't wait to be back with you next Thursday, and maybe I'll have some progress to show you on the Discord server. But excited about what we're creating here, not just for myself, but for all of us. If we can create a network of trusted people of high character and integrity, and we can sell between one another, trade between one another, grow our personal collections, grow our businesses at the same time, man, we're all going to win, and I'm excited about that. So guys, thank you so much for being here, and thank you. Yeah, I could just thank you all night long, but I'm not going to. It's always awkward here because I never know how to stop the stream at the same time as when I hit stop on my software. So I'm going to try to get better at that right now. And I'm going to go to my content, and I'm going to click on my live stream, and then I'm going to click on this live stream, and I think somewhere I can click stop going live somewhere. View live control room. Yes, there we go. Okay, that in stream is there. I think I got it. All right. Hey everyone, have a good night. See you next Thursday. Look at the rest of the content. Thanks for being a great community, and I'll see you next time.